So when I'm talking about paint color and consideration of what your flooring is as well as what's on the ceiling, what I'm talking about is that stuff matters along with natural light. So as an example of that for you, I hope this helps you choose your colors better. This particular room is painted with California paint and the color is straw. I have a room in my other house that is the same color, but it has a wood ceiling and the same amount of natural light, and the total look is completely different. So when you're looking, I just want to show you this. When you're looking at your paint that you want to consider, one of the things that's important is that a white ceiling will make the paint look darker. So when your paint hits against a white ceiling, that contrast makes it look like a darker color. So a color that has. The other thing to consider is your trim. If you have white doors with white trim, the contrast of the paint color is going to appear like it has more pigmentation to it. So you want to choose a lighter color to get the same effect. If you had pine doors that were stained with a darker trim or a natural wood trim, you would need to go a shade or two darker to get the same look because of the amount of contrast that is there. And I'll show you exactly what I mean by that, because this very same color is in my other house and we have pine doors and pine trim that's not white, and you'll see that it does not look the same. I'm hoping this is helpful. So I wanted to just show you the contrast of using the California paint straw color when you have paneled color or wood, natural wood colored doors versus the white trim. So the color is the very same as what I showed you in that other room, but it doesn't even look as deep of a yellow. The other thing is, if you look at the ceiling, the wood colored ceilings actually pull the color out of the wall. So you have to compensate by getting a more rich color or tone for your paint color. So if you look, it's about the same amount of natural light in this room as what was in the other room that I showed you at my other house. But you can see that the yellow tone just isn't there because of the color of the ceiling. When you have a natural wood ceiling versus a white sheetrock ceiling, it pulls the color out of the wall. So you want to go down a couple more shades if you want that same tone. And same with when you have natural stained doors versus white doors and white trim. The color the contrast gets pulled out of the color. So if you want to have the same look that I showed you with the white trim, you've got to go a couple shades darker with the actual paint color. I actually like how this came out with this natural tone and the lighter color. I think it looks great. Do not be afraid to use color in your rooms. This particular straw color really made this room so warm and inviting. I really enjoyed the color. And when I look at the ceiling color really goes really nicely with it. And when you have a really dark, this is an orange amber light fixture, it really brings the tone down of all of it. So it just all came together really nicely. I enjoy it. And then the other thing to consider is, what do you have for flooring? So this is like a terracotta, orangey brown type. The golden pecan stain, as well as the satin finish on the trim, really makes this room come together. I really love the lighting that comes through and the amount of yellow that shows. It's not too strong because of the weight of the darker color from the natural wood. This is the first room you see when you come into the house. I'm still working on trimming out the doorways, and we'll get there. It'll be finished soon. The golden pecan on the doors as well as the ceiling is just a really nice accent with the straw California paint. I love this room.